it's time to corral up those turkeys and put them away and bring out the snowmen and the Christmas decorations. So I thought we would make a bubble wreath for Christmas. And it's been a while since I've made a bubble wreath, so it's a good time to let everybody get freshened up on how to make one. This is a pretty mesh that I got from Craft Outlets, and let me give you the number on that. RE1016C4. RE1016C4. And this is a Deco Poly Mesh, 21 inches. To make a bubble wreath, I will use the whole roll of 21-inch mesh. I also have a 14-inch frame from the Dollar Tree, or any other place where you can get a 14-inch frame. And then I have some pipe cleaners or chenille stems that I have cut in half. And what I usually do is I will cut in half 18. So I know I have 36 pieces here, and that will give me a way to judge how many bubbles I have on my frame. So I'm just going to drop this down to the side here because I don't have my mesh roller here. Okay, so I'm going to start by gathering like we always do. And I think bubble wreaths are particularly nice when you use some kind of variegated or striped or multicolored mesh. Now I'm going to go right to one of these crossbars, and I'm going to go through here. And bring this over, and I think I'll use a zip tie for this part. And I'm going to just go around, you can go around one, you can go around two, doesn't make any difference. In the middle, and preferably go around with the zip tie in the right direction. Let's just see here again. Here we go. Now lots of people make these entire wreaths using zip ties. I find it easier for me anyway to do it with the chenille stems. But the first one is good to get nice and tight. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get our draw ends underneath. And we're going to go out our 10 inches or thereabouts. Okay? But I'm going right back to where I just put that on. And I'm going to push it right up tight. Take one of my pipe cleaners, and I'm going around the middle two wires. And what you want to do is get that up as tight as you can. So for the first one, I'm going to push down with my thumb. I'm going to give it a twist. On the back here. Give it a good twist. And just try to get a little piece of it around that crossbar. Just to hold it closer together. Okay? Now it's a little messy, this part here. That'll be trimmed off. Won't worry about that. Okay, again, we're coming out. This mesh is quite stiff. Back right to the same place. Hold it tight around the middle two wires. Push down with your thumb or your hand to keep it close. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to adjust my camera to keep it close to the bar. Let me adjust you up a little bit. I think you can see it there. We're going to just continue doing this, going around. You want to keep your raw edges on the bottom, and I'll show you why. And they will slide a little bit when you start, okay? And that's okay. They'll tighten up. Now this one, I'm going to go around, and then I'm just going to hook it to the one I just did, just with a couple of twists, and that helps to keep it tight. All right, so let's go open these bubbles. Hands inside. See that pretty? Okay. I'm in the same section right now. It depends on the kind of mesh, the thickness of the mesh or the stiffness of the mesh. Didn't get that pitched. Wait a second. That makes the bubbles to figure out how many you get in each section. And it won't be the same in every section, because as this gets more full, it gets tighter to put them in the sections. I didn't get around two. That's my problem here. There we go. Alrighty. If you find it difficult to work with half of a chenille stem, use a whole one and just trim them off. And I think I'm going to get one more in here, in this section. Who's that? Pretty, huh? We'll move on to the next one. Okay, I just moved the camera angle again. I think it's better now. We're going on to the second section. This is the first one in this section. So I will go around, push it down, twist it, and then try to get it around that crossbar just a little, and it'll hold it up there to the crossbar. Well, come on there. There we go. This mesh, I must tell you, is a little bit difficult to work with because it is very stiff, but I think it's making a really pretty bubble. So we'll work with it. In the first section, let's just see, I didn't count them for you. In the first section, we had 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. We had 5 bubbles in the first section. And I'm going to get one more, I think, in this section. Pushing it down, grabbing the ends, and giving them a twist. Let's see, I think I'm going to try to put one more. It'll be a little tight, but we'll see. Right. On to the next section. And just like we did the last time, we're going to go around, pulling it up as far as we can. Okay. Get some twists. And then get around this bar, which is the crossbar. And that holds it there to the crossbar to start the new section. Look at that, isn't that pretty? What a pretty wreath. Okay, let's go for another one. I'm going to try to get my videos in the middle of the week instead of getting everything towards the weekend. It's just been kind of mishmash with all of these appointments. Bob is going to have cataract surgery, and of course we've been working with the ophthalmologist on that, and he's also going to have dental surgery and get dentures. So we've been doing dental work with that. And I'm going to have some dental work done. I need some periodontal work done. So we've been going to appointments for that. And one of these days, probably, hopefully by the first of the year, these things will be pretty well taken care of. But in the meantime, you kind of have to play it by ear. The other thing is, I've mentioned before, the kids have 2 very rambunctious dogs, and good sized ones. And most of the time I can sneak up here in the craft room for a period of time, but once they find me, they're scratching at the door. Okay, I've completed the next one. I'm going on to the next section. See, I'm around the middle 2 wires here. try. I don't think I'll put another one there. We'll go on to the next section. And you can see how full this is. And I'm going to do the same thing I did the last time. I'm going to twist it and then bring it up, go around that crossbar to hold it in the new section tight. Okay. Every time I go to a new section, I check to see that my raw edges are underneath, okay? I think this frame crossbar snapped at the last crossbar, so I'll go, when I'm all finished, I will put some hot glue on it. Turn the hot glue on now. It's not going to hurt anything, I don't think, because the bubbles are taking care of it. That is beautiful, huh? Wow. Let's see if I can get this one up to the other one. It's a little bit tight. The next one will hold it. Now I have a ribbon to make a bow, but if you remember with bubble wreaths, I make very simple bows because it really doesn't lend itself to one of those big puffy wreath bows. It looks prettier without it. I think this one is going to be made with fewer bubbles than I normally do because this mesh is so stiff. Maybe get one more in there. Try. Section. Checking my raw ends to make sure they're still underneath. Gets a little tough in here because it's so full over here. But we can get it. We'll get a few in anyway. Push it up and give it a twist. And the back side of one of these doesn't look too bad. It's this here we're going to trim off, and the bubbles you just can rearrange. It really looks kind of neat. I think I'm going to get this one and one more, which is going to be quite a few less than I normally do. But it's very full. Get my hands in there. Well, I think that's it. I'm going to cut this with my scissors. Bring it down to the back. Is that beautiful? Look at that. And it's very full. There you go. All right. So here's the ribbon that I picked out for the bow. It's just a simple white ribbon with red cardinals on it. And I think I have enough on this to make a simple bow. I like to leave a long tail. Another long tail. I'm going to get a piece of wire here. I'm just going to go down through one of these bubbles, or right next to it. go. Isn't that pretty? What a pretty wreath. Okay, I'm going to take it down and put it on the door and we can get a picture of it. But that is one pretty bubble. Oh, and let me see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. And I had 36. So I do 29. 29 bubbles on here. And it's plenty full. Plenty full. Alright, I'll be back in a minute when we have it on the door. Hang in there. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Look at how poofy it is. And that bow is just perfect. It doesn't need anything elaborate. Just a little color. I love it. How to make a bubble wreath in 2023. So if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified when I come out to make a wreath or go cook with me. So I will see you next time for cooking. And until then, have a great afternoon. And everybody play nice now. Love ya. Bye-bye.